Hello everyone, let's solve some quadratic equations. So today we're solving quadratic equations when they are factorised. So let's just check that we're clear on the language. What does solve mean? Well, it means that when you look at the equation you find out what number x is. What does it mean when it's factorised? Well, it means that two things are multiplied together to make the thing we started with. So if we factorised 6, we could write it as 2 times 3. Now we have actually done this with quadratic expressions, and we're going to start looking at this with quadratic equations today. What are quadratic equations? They're the ones where the highest power of x is x squared. Don't forget, for an equation you've got to have an equal sign, but we're looking at ones where, as well as the equal sign, we've got x squared in there. So here's an example. Solve x plus 3 times by x minus 4 equals 0. So what do we know about two numbers if they multiply together to make 0? So we've got two numbers here, x add 3 times by x minus 4. If x is a number, then so is x add 3 and so is x minus 4. And they times together to make 0. Well, either this number, x add 3, or this number, x take away 4, one of them must be 0. Think about it. If I ask you to give me two numbers that times together to make 0, whatever answers you come up with, and you come up with lots, one of your two numbers must be 0. 0 times 5, negative 6 times by 0, 3.8 times by 0, 0 times 0. Okay, one of them has got to be 0. Okay, so what are we going to choose then? Well, we're going to say that either the first number is 0, in which case we're saying x add 3 is 0, or we're going to say the second number is 0, x minus 4 is 0. If it's x add 3 that's 0, well, we don't want x add 3, we want just x. We want x on its own. Why isn't it on its own? Because of the add 3. Get rid of add 3 by taking away 3. If you do it on one side, you must do it on the other side. Okay, using the same methods as we did on linear equations, and we get x is negative 3. Same thing here, don't want x, take away 4, I want just x, so I've got to get rid of the take away 4. How? By adding 4 to both sides of the equation. So x is negative 3 or x is positive 4. Notice I've got two solutions, two answers. We would expect that with a quadratic equation. So when we have x squared, power of 2 here, we're going to expect two solutions. We won't always get two solutions, but normally we would expect there to be two solutions. Okay, slightly different to with linear equations. All right, have a go at this one. Pause the video, have a go at it yourself, then press play when you're ready for me to say how I did it. Okay, this is how I did it. Either the first number is 0 or the second number is 0. If it's the first number that's 0, okay, and we can just say if x take away 3 is 0, then x is 3. And the second one, if x add 4 is 0, then x must be negative 4. If you want, we can put these in. I'm adding 3 to each side to get rid of the take away 3. And here I'm taking away 4 from each side to get rid of the add 4. And that's it done. All right. How am I going to summarise this? Well, my rule here is that if these two numbers, strange though they may look, multiply together to make 0, then one of them has to be 0. So say that. And then once you've got that, you've gone from a quadratic equation with x in twice to a linear equation, and we've solved much harder linear equations than that. So you should be fine. All right, have a go at those questions, and I'll see you again soon.